This morning, both Democratic presidential candidates are still in the race, but Hillary Clinton failed to gain much ground after a narrow win in Indiana's primary and Barack Obama's much wider margin of victory in North Carolina.
Tonight, we stand less than 200 delegates away from securing the Democratic nomination for President of the United States.
Obama got 56% of the vote in North Carolina to 42% for Clinton. That put him on a pace to secure the number of pledged delegates needed for the Democratic nomination in the next round of primaries. But Clinton is showing no sign of giving up.
Tonight, we've come from behind, we've broken the tie, and thanks to you, it's full speed on to the White House.
Well, Clinton narrowly beat Obama in Indiana, 51% to 49%. And this morning, we're learning that Clinton loaned her presidential race $6.5 million over the last month. That was on top of the $5 million she loaned her campaign in February. Political analyst Mark Curtis joins us live this morning from High Point, North Carolina. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Russ. Pretty exciting night last night.
Well, I bet you did have an exciting time, and I guess you were rubbing shoulders and talking barbecue with Bill Clinton.
Yeah, all the politics aside, I went to a rally in Lexington yesterday, and it was at the Lexington BBQ, pretty famous place up there, and Bill Clinton was inside eating. You know, one thing he and I share is a voracious appetite. And so afterwards, he came out and he was talking to a few folks, and he walked right over to me to shake my hand, and so we started talking about the barbecue. I don't know why, after covering one of the most exciting presidential races in history, I didn't ask him about some big world issue or the economy or something. I asked him, how's the barbecue? And he said it was unbelievable. He loved the pork and the hush puppies and everything, and even told me he skipped the ice cream because he would have had to take an afternoon nap if he had had the ice cream. So it was a lot of fun talking to him and the folks there at the barbecue, and it just shows you the kind of small town charm Bill Clinton still has and really appeals to people one-on-one.
Well, he loves that one-on-one with people, as you say, and the turnout in both North Carolina and Indiana was pretty amazing.
Well, we've seen that in every state since Iowa. Record turnouts all across the United States. There's just tremendous interest in this election, even though the Republican nominee has long since been decided. This battle between Obama and Hillary Clinton has really sparked the interest of the American people, no matter who they support. I mean, it's just amazing going to these little small-town barbecues, and people can't remember the last time that the whole town came out in droves to listen to a politician. It's been years, if not decades. And so people from Iowa to New Hampshire to California to North Carolina are just all fired up. That's been my experience covering this race.
How do you see this race, the Democratic side of things, unfolding, since it looks like Hillary Clinton doesn't have a chance numbers-wise?
Well, I think it'll take pretty much a Hail Mary pass for Hillary Clinton to win this thing. I thought it was very interesting last night that both candidates mentioned very prominently in their speeches that no matter who wins the nomination, they will go out and support and fully campaign for the other person if the other side wins the nomination. That tells me the two campaigns are now talking to each other and trying to figure out how this is going to play out, how they're going to try and unite the party, because they know, we're nearing the end here. A couple more weeks, this is going to be over, and it's either going to be Hillary Clinton or Obama, and it's either going to be a fractured party or a united party. So I get the impression they're talking behind the scenes to try and patch things up.
So they're in the process of healing everything. What's John McCain doing during all this?
Poor John McCain is just trying to elbow his way into the headlines. I covered an event at the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce with McCain on Monday. It was well attended by the business community. It got zero press. And then yesterday he spoke at Wake Forest University in Winston-Salem, talking about how he wanted to nominate conservative justices like Scalia and Alito, something that would normally get enormous headlines, and it really didn't get much. So John McCain, because he's the presumptive nominee, is not getting a lot of press coverage. Obviously, that will change as we get into the summer and into the fall campaign. But the poor guy is just trying to get his name in the headlines, and he's having a hard time doing it.
All right. Thank you, Mark, for talking with us this morning. Have a safe trip home.
All right, Ross. We'll be in Charleston, West Virginia next week as well for that primary.
All right. That's good. Let's go over to Frank now.